What's up my dudes, my name is Ansu and today I'm here to do the Stay Home Reading Rush tag. So if you didn't know, the Reading Rush is hosting another readathon from the 16th to the 19th of April, which is this Thursday. Crazy, I know. Just last minute because a lot of us are quarantined and stuff. That's why it's Stay Home Reading tag, get it? Cool. Okay, anyway, I have the questions up on my phone, so I'm just gonna read through it. Let's get into it. First question is, how's your reading going while you're staying at home? And I have to say it's pretty fucking amazing. I have been reading quite a bit, actually listening to a lot of audiobooks to be fair, but I have been listening to a lot of audiobooks, which has helped me to get through a lot of stories, and it has been amazing because I've really wanted to get to at least 50 books this year, and I finished more than half of it by now, which is amazing because like last year I was totally struggling with actually getting to that goal, and I'm doing so great now. I'm loving it. I actually finished reading, at this point of filming this video, I finished reading 27 books already. Maybe that's not a lot for a few of you who are watching it, but it is to me, so I'm like insanely excited about it. And especially in the month of April, I was, I think, able to finish reading at least 5 books already. And they were all fairly large books, so I'm really happy about that. And yeah, really going good so far. Another question is, where have you been reading at home? And I always read in my bedroom, so on the bed and listening to audiobooks in my desk chair, because that's how I roll, I guess. Why am I so weird? I don't know. But anyway, I just read in my bedroom. I don't really read anywhere else. Question number 3 is, what is the best book you've read since being in the isolation? And I must say it is My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. If you know anything about me, this is not a genre that I usually read, which is like so hard-hitting. I usually read fantasy and or more light contemporaries, but this was just like insanely hard to read or listen to. And I did both, like actually listen to a majority of it, and I tried to read it too, and it was just so like heart-wrenching. It was too much to actually read it at some points, but it was wonderful. I have to say there's a major trigger warning. There is sexual assault, there is rape, and most of it is underage, so keep that in mind when you're actually going into this. This could be very traumatic to read, even if you've never experienced any such thing. It could be very traumatic. So we're actually in 2 different timelines for Vanessa, who is the main character in this book. And at the time when she was 15 in 2000, she went to a boarding school where she had an affair with her teacher, Jacob Strain. And it's the way that she reasons with herself how she was actually in love with this person, and she really believes that, she truly believes that she was in love with him. And to the reader, she explains like, this was true love, like I love this person, and it was not something like, okay, he raped me and that's it. And she comes into the recognition of, okay, he raped me, that's it, right? That's not thing. Like, she actually loved him, and she believes that he loved her back. There's some like parts where she recognizes that maybe it was a little bit of rape because of the way that Strain was acting with her. The things that he said, like, oh, I'm giving you the power to actually decide what you want because it's your choice, and he would do something that was basically not her choice. Like, he was kind of forcing her, and she would go with it anyway, and she was like, I don't feel like I had a choice, I feel like I was being forced into this, you know? And sometimes she reasons with herself saying stuff like that, but she's still like, I love him. Even in the present day, like 17 years later, how this relationship with Strain has affected her and is still affecting her is what you see through this whole timeline. And it is such a beautiful written story. And after that, I was just like almost in a reading slump because it was so heart-wrenching. I couldn't move after that. It was, yeah, it was something. Question number 5, what's your favorite feel-good book? And for this, it's always been Harry Potter. Like, whenever I'm feeling down and I've read Harry Potter or watched Harry Potter, I've been really happy. Like, it's very nostalgic for me. It's not like the most perfect masterpiece. It has its flaws, I recognize that, but for some reason it's just such a good pick-me-up book for me. And honestly, like any contemporary or like lighthearted books usually just does it for me. It really works for me, and I just feel really happy and gooey inside. So like anything really works for me. Question number 5 is a book that you wish to buy or borrow from a library. And I usually don't borrow books physically from a library, but I do like borrow ebooks and audiobooks from the app called Libby, which is powered by Overdrive. It's still working for me. I'm still using a lot of it, so that's fine. But I usually buy my books. As you can see, I have quite a few books in the background. The one book that I really wanted to get physically was Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. I really wanted that book so badly. But of course I couldn't get to that one. Before that, the quarantine happened and I was kind of stuck at home, and also it was like fucking expensive. It was like 30 bucks and I was like, I don't want to spend that much money on a book, so I don't have it. Okay, that's the whole point. I already finished reading it by now, so at this point I'm just like, maybe not, whatever, I can survive without actually getting the book physically, so it's fine. I'll just cry myself to sleep every day, that's all. Question number 6 is an author that you would like to give a shout out to during this time. As you know, because all of these events are happening around the world, authors are not getting that much recognition at all because like people can't really buy their books and they can't be sold out or anything like that. So for me, the most recent one is Kate Elizabeth Russell. Like that one book really just, it did it for me. If she writes anything else, I need to like prepare myself for like 10 days to actually read it. I understand that now, but that was so hard hitting. It was just so heartbreaking. And I loved it. I loved her writing style, the way that she executed everything, and to understand what the character was going through, the why she reasoned it. Even though as a reader, you know her reasonings are still, by the end of the day, it's still rape. You can still understand what she was going through. And I'm like, how do you do that? That's amazing. And I think she's fantastic. So I think she also needs to get a little more recognition. I feel like a lot of people have been reading her book recently, but I think she's fantastic. I really enjoyed that book so much, so I will give her a shout out. She's really great. And the final question in this tag is, what is your reading rush TBR? I have 4 books already picked out. I might change it a little bit because I was not too sure what I really wanted to read. I do have a reading rush TBR, so I will leave it linked down below and in the cards for you to check it out, and I hope you will actually join all of us in this reading rush readathon. And that is everything from me. I will see you guys next time, and until then I'll talk to you all in the comments. Bye.